obviously I'm farming in a very, Western European style with straight rows. So there's a balance going on. We're like we're filling in the hedges, we're planting more on the borders. There's a big wild space in the back that we're removing all the invasive blackberry from and trying to restore a kind of a native habitat. Because I don't just like growing vegetables. I like all plants. Yeah. But this is one way to make some money from it. It's not bad money in my opinion. Look at my life right now. Living the dream.
I was really excited to be part of Cow-op because when I moved to the island, I really didn't know very much about anything here. That's the community, and both the community as in people and just physical community. Like I was brand new to the area and didn't know where anything was, and this was a really great way to become part of the community and learn about the food and the farmers and producers here, and also get to know my way around.
Yeah, you can just name 5 things that you're looking at.
Yeah, the magnolia flowers, apparently they're pretty spicy. Lavender bush, we're ready for that to pop off with some blooms. Daffodils. Key on the belt buckle.
This is very cool. By the way, your keys on my belt buckle.
Steezy. My duties are pretty varied. I'm here every day of the week that we operate, Tuesday through Thursday, helping to receive the goods from the producers, sort and set up the room and ready for packing, being able to sort all the products into the individual orders, different storage methods of the dry and the fridge and the frozen, and sorting that, as well as on the logistics side, I'm in charge of doing all the routing of the home deliveries and planning that, and organizing the distribution to all our different pickup hubs. So yeah, I got many hats around here, and yeah, I love the active long days, high pace. Yeah, pretty busy and super enjoyable.
Completely zooming out, big, huge macro scale, what's the thing that's most important to you as we move into the future?
Yeah, the thing that's most important to me, I'm gonna have to pause on that and come back and like do a double take. I gotta think about it. Yeah, I guess I'd say the thing that's most important to me is just being able to continue to support and maintain what we're doing. And if that scales up, that's amazing. And if it stays around the same level we're at, it's really good too. Because I mean, just being able to support the farmers and let people in the valley have access to like all of the best goods possible, and be able to restrict a little bit of people getting what they're getting in supermarkets and being able to get it locally. I think that's a big win, even at the scale we're doing it at. Should I give it a minute here?
In like early 2021, the board realized this could become $1 million business. We're moving a lot of product. And so we like quickly brought on a whole bunch of new producers, welcomed all kinds of new members. We wanted to increase the offerings on the website. So like, whereas before it was vegetables mostly and meat and eggs, then we expanded into like dairy, peanut butter, all that stuff that I was mentioning, like kombucha and tofu, and just like not necessarily farm products, but we wanted to be able to offer customers the full scope of groceries so that they could feed their families, stay safe from COVID, get home deliveries, support the cooperative. And we're still kind of dealing with the fallout from all of those quick decisions that were made just to handle the increase in volume. But we're doing really well now with operations like really under control. We've kind of leaned it up, figured out what we don't need to do, what we definitely need to do. We've got some really good systems in place, but because we're not really working at a big scale like Thrifties or Save On Foods, we have costs that those bigger distributors don't have. So it is kind of expensive to run an online farmers market at the community level. It shouldn't be, but it is. So we rely on grants to pay for a lot of projects. If we ever want to expand or change things up, bring on a new person, maybe do some new kind of marketing campaigns, we have to apply for grants because our core operations don't really cover those expenses. Is that annoying? Is that going to be a problem? So, finances are always
and really like the link to me being a customer and enjoyer of the Cow-op beforehand was part of it, being able to like know that that's a good source for all of these local producers, local farms and all their goods, and the fact that we can aggregate that together here and give people the option to get that pretty close at hand is a big part of it. And the sustainability, the locally sourced, the fact that we're able to support all of these different parts of the food system all together is a big appeal for sure.
What have been some of the challenges for Cow-op since you came on board?
They've been pretty numerous. I mean, I think the fact that we were quite a small system and that ballooned big time in the unfolding pandemic presented a ton of challenges. Like we were just honestly like scrambling at the beginning just to get all of this stuff out there to customers, and part of my role and part of really what we've all been doing to improve the system is these little steps that just make efficiencies grow, and challenges within that have been just super wide ranging of like how do we efficiently get deliveries to all these different people on the right timing, and how do we pack all of these goods so that they're protected, they're safe, they're how they need to be, and in a timely, effective manner.
Making money, growing food, it's hard. Cow-op helps a lot. Cow-op helps me make the money that I need to pay my rent. But it also means that I have to sometimes accept that I'm just gonna have to grow conventionally. I'm gonna have to grow in straight rows. I'm not doing food forestry or permaculture like I think a lot of people who are like ideologically aligned with the hyperlocal food movement would like to see that. I can't do that. That's not feasible. The board is made up of small business owners, so we're limited in like our capacity to really run the cooperative. Everybody's doing it off the side of their desk, off the side of that desk, you know what I mean? Anyway, so a new customer comes on, they scroll through the website, and they see a lot of different items, but they don't see what they're really looking for or what they're used to getting in the grocery store. Especially at this time of year, like March, there's greens, maybe some potatoes that have been stored from last year, some garlic, but the rest of it's frozen food or preserved food or processed in some way or another. So if you're really looking for fresh celery, unfortunately you're not going to find that on Cow-op right now. So you might scroll through and decide it's not going to work, not going to put an order in. So retaining customers has been a challenge for us for those reasons.
The Cow-op faces challenges in the way of people understanding why it's worth it, why local food is worth it, why knowing the people who make your food is really, really worth it, why paying attention to what's going into your body is really, really worth it. I recently converted in the last few years to more of that idea. So I'm a good example of someone who would have never thought of that 10 years ago, of where my food is coming from. Who cares, superstore, whatever. But now, seeing what I've seen and knowing what I know, especially about some of the big recalls and things like that you see in some of the bigger grocery stores, knowing where your food comes from and knowing your farmer is amazing. Yeah, I actually love the local connection. Actually, this weekend I had an example in my own house when my partner went to use my honey from Wild Style Farms here just outside of Cowichan Bay there. And I said, you be good to that honey. That honey is really, really special honey. Oh, it's the same as the stuff I buy in the grocery store. I said, no, it's not. Do you know about the local honey and about what that means for your allergies and things like that? And it was a great chance to really express to my partner and to anybody else who's really willing to listen why things local actually do mean a lot So when it comes to honey, I know that it can actually help people with allergies fight the allergies in the honey. So that's why buying the local honey kind of as close as you can to where you're actually situated can help you with your allergies if you have them. I personally don't suffer too much, but why not? Why wouldn't you choose to support the closest producer to your actual home if you have a choice?
What's most important to you?
Okay, so I am Rachel and I'm the producer and wholesale liaison at Cow-op. That means I help producers come on board and I also help our wholesale buyers buy from us. The most important thing to me is probably the cooperative spirit of the strength in numbers and the movement itself. You can really see and feels very supported between our customers and our producers. It's a really great place to be.
Dinu and the boys and a fresh pack of Roys, seeking out that noise, 'cause that's the shit she enjoys. And if you're out on the street looking for something sweet, you're in for a treat. Stay at the DoubleTree with me. And if you're out on the street and you're looking for something so sweet, well, you're in for a treat. Stay at the DoubleTree with me. Yeah.
I think a huge challenge, really one of the biggest challenges, is what I said about people's diets and what they're accustomed to eating, and their expectations for what they can get year-round. So like a new customer will check out Cow-op's website, which is also a challenge because none of us are tech people, by the way. Our website is like an artifact from 2014. Yeah, but it's 2022 now, and so we're really hoping to like update the website, make it flashy, you know. It's not flashy. We're a nonprofit and we're all farmers, like we don't know how to do websites, but we'll get there. For a nonprofit, finances are always kind of an issue. But we're making it work, and I think we're doing what we can.
How's it going?
The back of the truck.
I'll go to the first fork there.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
And then, yeah, wait for us there, I guess?
Yeah.
Cool.